I want to get away. 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 Let's see here. See if I can't. Allison's first. Heck yeah. Let's see if we can't. I like look around the phone at my computer. It's fun. I was wanting to go live from my computer, but I said I was gonna go live at noon and didn't quite make it at noon, so I just fired it up. I haven't set up my camera or anything in a while. I didn't set up my. I'm going to paste this in the Animal Justice 21 Discord. You're welcome to share anywhere you like. It's going good today. Didn't wake up too terribly late. If I do this fairly quickly and get off of here and eat my lunch, I might do that as soon as I'm done. I might hang out for a little bit. Gonna do my Spanish lesson for the day, and then the plan is to drive down to Denton and do some one-wheel street outreach. You know what I mean? Get on that one wheel and ride by people, you know, just kind of planting some vegan messaging in people's ears, or see if I can start up some conversations. What's up, guys? We got 10 people in here. That's crazy. Welcome. Let me flip the camera around and I'm gonna get started, I guess. It's 10 a.m., 10 a.m. for you? Yeah, sounds about right. I woke up about 10. It's the weekend, though. You know what I mean? Greg Kips. It's Greg Kips. There's one Greg I am thinking of. Have I met you in person? Should I know you, Greg? Oh, I look like Greg Kips. I'm definitely not Greg Kips. I am Tad Otto. Yeah. My given name is Thaddeus, but everyone calls me Tad. Ever since I was a little kid. There was a few people who called me Thad, and a few call me Tadpole. Don't like Tadpole as much, but you know, whatever. But I'm flipping this thing around. We're gonna do Animal Justice 21 reflection. I'm not sure Beast Boy. It rings a bell, but I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm glad he's a chill dude. Like me. Glad you think I'm a chill dude. Yeah, so here, we've been at this will be the 14th day. I might look up the person later. I'm on a mission right now. We're on a roll here on Animal Justice 21. If you know what Animal Justice 21 is, great. If not, it's a website a fellow animal rights activists made. to help people understand why we should go vegan. I'm going to start reading this. Maybe people will start popping in. Allison, where do you think that Savvy Coops is at? I'm going to start going on this. I'm not the best reader, so bear with me. Try not to bump the camera too much. Okay, we're doing a recap. This week covered fish sentience and fishing, animal testing, animals in fashion, animal entertainment, the psychology of eating animals, animal personhood, and legal rights. This is the halfway point, day 14 out of 21. Take a moment to celebrate my commitment. I'm celebrating by going live and doing another daily reflection. Yeah, maybe he didn't get a notification. Acknowledge what you've learned. I've definitely learned some things that either I didn't know or did not remember. Because there's a lot to know about all the different facets of how humans exploit animals. The thing that surprised me, or yeah, maybe not surprised, but got me worried about animals, or I don't know, it was gross, right? Forget what day it was. It was, I can look over here, up at the top. It's probably fashion, because it was wool. It was the sheep, so it was probably day 10. Was when in Australian sheep farms, whenever they get fly strike, which I'm very well aware of, but they would just literally cut the skin off a sheep. No pain management or anything like that. That was gross. So we're acknowledging what we learned. That, and when they export sheep for wool to Asia, Australia to Asia, or North Africa, or wherever else, there's just thousands and thousands of sheep on these big ships. And sometimes, they die of heat exhaustion or whatever, and they just throw them overboard. And the rest of them just have to endure the heat and the close proximity with all the other sheep, and just the smell of all their own feces and pee. Great stuff. It hurts. Hey, Fly. How's it going? We're going to press on. We don't want to take more than, 30 minutes is pretty, what's the word? I don't know. Ambitious. Maybe an hour. Let's try to take less than an hour. Be honest about what's been difficult. What has been difficult? I don't know. This, formulating sentences for me is difficult. I had a really hard time in school. And just this is the most difficult part for me, is just the literary side of things, being able to comprehend everything that's written out, and formulating sentences based on my own reflections of the information provided by Jake and Animal Justice. I don't know if he has a team for this website or if he built it himself or if he used AI or how. I haven't heard him speak too much on it in a long time. I remember I was watching him live before he launched, but I've been watching a lot of other people, and I saw other people trying to, or not trying, but making people aware of Animal Justice 21, but they're like, towards non-vegans to use the resource, which is good. I think we need to highlight this a little more and use the resource ourselves to be more effective. Reconnect with your reasons for starting. I just did that. Nice. The final week will focus on taking action, sustaining change, community building, your vegan commitment ahead. Nice. Community challenge. Share your halfway reflection with the community. Wow, look at that. Wow, that's what I'm doing right now. And I just shared it on Animal Justice 21 Discord, right? I just did that. And I've been sharing all of my reflections. Every day I share my reflection. I make them public for everyone to see. My story might inspire someone else. That's the whole idea. Self-reminder. This information can be heavy, indeed. Remember to take breaks when needed. Practice self-compassion. Connect with supportive people. That's what you guys are for. Focus on positive change you can make. So right now I'm focusing on getting this done so I can get the rest of my daily, I don't know, not rituals, but get all my things done today so I can drive a little bit less than an hour down the road to the place that I want to do outreach. A little place called Denton, Texas. It's a college town. If you don't know, it's home of University of North Texas, which is kind of like environmentally friendly focused university here in North Texas. They have what I think is the only fully plant-based cafeteria in the world, and they opened it I want to say 2011. Hello, Dennis Ballard. Nice to have you here. Thanks for coming in. And oh, Savvy, you're late. You're okay. You're here. We're already we're not too far. But yeah, we're focusing on the positive change I can make. I'm trying to get this done so I can pack up in the car and drive down to Denton and do some street outreach on my one wheel. That's the goal. We're gonna try to do some outreach on the one wheel today. I want to do that. And drive around a populated area where people like to walk around. There's a town square in Denton, Texas. And maybe Fry Street where people like to hang out. Fry Street is right next to the University of North Texas. And the square is in between University of North Texas and TWU, which is Texas Women's University. And there's a nice park there I'll take you through when I'm down there. We're going to take a look at these community support resources. Okay, that's just challenge 22 probably. if I had to guess. I will click on it. I did challenge 22 shortly after being vegan 6 years ago. I really only did it because I was like doing it with my friend. I got my friend up with me, but neither of us really interacted with it because like I already knew how to eat plant-based, and I kind of was trying to do it in solidarity, but he didn't really keep up with it. But we've had a few discussions with him recently, in the past 6 months or so. I think I've talked about veganism pretty in depth a few times. We're trying to, what was it? Invoke change? Is that a good word? I don't know what a new sub is. A sub. Nice. Thanks for subbing. I think I said hi to Fly. Hi, Fly. Alright, we'll click on this link here in a second. I want to read these first, see what I'm getting myself into, see what I'm going to need to do here. How has your stutter? How has your perspective shifted since day one? What connections have you made between different forms of animal use? What practical changes have you made or considering? What changes are you facing? What support do you need? This one's a pretty good challenge for me. There's a lot more here. There's 5 different points to hit. Usually there's 1 or 2 points I gotta you gotta address, but this is gonna be a little more challenging. Look at that little sheep. All right, we're clicking on this before we get started. Yeah, it's challenge 22, and we've done challenge 22. Have y'all done challenge 22? Challenge 22 at the top left. Yeah, challenge 22. Plant-based meals, dietitian's guide. Maybe I should get on the dietitian's guide, but you know, that's not what we're doing today. We're going to get through this reflection and pack up and drive down the road. After I eat some lunch, I might not, I kind of want to like make dinner and pack it and bring it with me. But we might just stop somewhere after we do some outreach. I'm going to bring my power bank with me, and after my one wheel dies, I'm going to plug it in and either do some more, just post up on a corner somewhere, or maybe I'll go get something to eat and then come back when my one wheel's charged and do it again. Savvy, be right back. 2 minutes. Oh no, we're getting started though, dude. It's all right. I'm slow. There will be plenty of time for him to watch me type really slowly and struggle to form my sentences. Maybe you guys can help me with spelling, because usually I use my phone to help me when I get a hang up on spelling. So my phone's being used to stream right now. I might need your help. Or I guess I could always open up another tab and just type into Google a word that I'm having trouble spelling. We'll see. Maybe you'll help me faster than Google. All right, start out. How has your perspective shifted since day one? All right. Should I just start typing or should I kind of think about it first? Carrot willies, though. Must have missed something. Do I need to scroll back and look? What is carrots willy, though? I don't know. Inside jokes that I'm not in the know. Carrots willies. Carrot willies, though. How's your perspective shifted since day one? Oh. My perspective. I don't know. Has in a way okay, his post today. Carrot willies. I guess carrots have willies now. All right. That I am more motivated or empowered. That's the word, right? I'll expand on that thought. My perspective has shifted in a way that I'm more empowered to speak up for the animals. I've been feeling the call to do so for many years, or should I say since shortly after becoming vegan. Six and a half years ago. Barriers slowing me down are mostly mental. As well as not wanting to be, how do you spell ostracized? Someone, quick, ostracized. Maybe it'll just spell check for me. That looks right. ostracized by society or my community? Excellent, Savvy. You're on it. Society. Society. Close enough. It'll figure it out for me. But that is no reason to acquiesce. Yes. Oh, goodness. Let me read some comments before I get so far behind. Sometimes I'm so bad at spelling, Savvy, that my PC can't correct me. I'm just so far off sometimes. And it gets so frustrating whenever I'm just like, oh, this word, I type it, and I right click on it, and it doesn't have something for me, or the words it has for me are not what I'm looking for. I feel like when I'm texting somebody is the worst. Like, because I want to say things and I can't get the message out that I want because the word is there, but the execution isn't. I sometimes I'm so far off the spelling that the spell check can't help me. All right, nobody helped me with acquiesce yet. Yes. I don't know. Acquiesce. Anchiness. I don't know. Maybe it's like AQ. Yes. Aquifers. See, this is why I need you. Because my phone is usually my go-to. Like, I'll type it into Google. Or else, I'll speak it into Google on my phone. I don't have my microphone plugged in. Let me grab my headset, see if I can do this quickly without disturbing aquifers, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why aquifers popped up in the spell check. Aquifers. I wonder if I can. Okay, if this doesn't work, I have a microphone right here for when I. Let's see if this picks me up. I got my gaming headset here. Let's see if plugging it in is enough to trigger this. Acquiesce. No, it didn't work. Acquiesce. All right, well. Oh, that's not what I need. That's headphones. I need microphone. We need sound settings. Oh my goodness. This is not what I want to be doing. All right, okay. other option because nobody has typed in acquiesce yet. All right, we're going to turn on my mix amp over here. And this microphone right above you might be able to pick me up, but it's muted. Which port is it? I'm just going to unmute all the channels. All right, I see acquiesce, but I'm going to see if this works for future reference. Acquiesce! It did not. Okay, cool. I'm going to turn this stuff off. English is weird. Jake's here. Let's go. We're doing day 14, and it's like the perfect day to go live for the first time doing it. You might already know that it's like the perfect day to start this, because like what you got here is like it's a recap. It goes over the stuff, right? And then like the funny thing, it was like reasons for starting. I already went over this stuff at the beginning of the stream. And then, yeah, it's like telling me things that I'm doing right now. Like that's what it's all about. But yeah, I'll read from the beginning of my first. This is all for the first point here. How has your perspective shifted since day one? My perspective has shifted in the way that I am more empowered to speak up for the animals. I've been feeling the call to do so since shortly after becoming vegan 6.5 years ago. The barrier slowing me down mostly mental, as well as not wanting to be ostracized by society. But that is no reason to acquiesce. I think that's good enough for point one, right? I'm going to make a new paragraph. Axel, ignoring you, that's no fun. Maybe he's tired. He's been working and riding his bike a lot and went to that slaughterhouse for Project Livestream and then went straight to work. That sounds exhausting. Sometimes we need a second, you know? All right, point two. What connections have you made between different forms of animal use? What connections have you made? Oh, what connections have I made between different forms of animal abuse? What connections have I made between different forms of animal use? Sabby, if you're referring to acquiesce, no, I did not. I did not spell that word correct that you couldn't pronounce. Allison came in clutch. I tried using my Google like speak to search whatever on the computer, and I tried two different methods. I used my gaming headset. It didn't work. I didn't want to hunt through the settings, so I tried my microphone for when I go live. When I go live from my computer, and that didn't work either. You know, I got like a. I'm gonna undo this for a second. I'm not gonna move my thought. There's my mix board for my drums. I tried using that. It didn't seem to want to work either, so Allison came in clutch before I had to resort to anything else. You can't pronounce acquiesce. Da, 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 da. have to look up a quote from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's funny. All right, here we are. Let's get back on topic. What connections have I made between different forms of animal use? I don't know. What connections have I made since starting Animal Justice 21 Reflections? I'm curious. If I click on journal, right? Jake, if you're still in here, if I click on journal, will my progress disappear? Or I wonder, I've never done this. Man, this is like a game changer. If I just do this, if I just copy this, I can come back and paste it. Oh my gosh. You know how many times I've lost progress on some website or app? I feel silly. Right or what? No, come on. The bugs, Jake. Sometimes I gotta rethink. What connections have I made? I'm just like, this is all my journal from the past 14 days. My goodness. I think it was 10 p.m. Saw a little bit. Then had to get off to talk to Axel. Then started to watch an episode of Better Call Saul and fell asleep. Better Call Saul. Great option. So, what connections have I made? So I feel like maybe I'll just allude to a more of a community angle. Because I think I've had the ethics of animal rights down for several years. Articulating them publicly, on the other hand, is what I'm still working on. Maybe I'll read all this for the stream when I'm done. I'm just kind of skimming over to see if I can help myself. Okay, Jake. And it did go. Good thing I thought of that and y'all suggested it kind of at the same time. All right. What connections have you made between different forms of animal use? Right, Jake. Whatever I'm comfortable with is my reflection. Try not to take too much influence, outside influence for this. You know why. but sharing it. That's why we're here. Connections that I made between different forms. How about this? The main connection. Different forms of animal use is that we use animals for just about any reason. Reason? See, I'm terrible. Reason. Just about any reason we can think of. Any purpose. Any utility. We use animals for just about any yeah, it's a U, right? Yeah. My mom shared a link on my timeline. Without any regard for what these individuals individuals, right? I always go to Daviduals. All right, individuals without any. Oh, I feel so exposed how slow I am. It's all right. You guys are here supporting. See what you're saying. Thanks, Savvy, for putting the link in the chat. For anybody who's not already vegan or doesn't know about Animal Justice 21, check out the link Savvy posted. That's what we're working on. We're working on day 14 of 21. And we're going to go beyond 21. We're coming for you, Jake. Right? It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat your reflection count, right? You're in like the 60s, right? But your day streak is well within reach, right? 20 days from now, maybe 25 days from now, I'll pass you up. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't believe me, you're going to get passed. I might not go indefinitely, but I'm going to pass it. That's the goal. And I'm not going to do more than one reflection a day until I finish the 21 days. That's my stipulation for trying to beat reflection count. And I might do one in the morning, one in the evening after day 21. Because your reflections are like one-liners sometimes, but I'm not gonna do that until after day 21. All right, Allison's talking to Axel. Axel's video premieres in 9 minutes. Very cool. I don't think I'm gonna be done by then. Dang it. And it's already 46 minutes. Man, I was wanting to try to get done in within an hour. Oh, Fly's got some tofu scramble. Nice. I had some pineapple and grapes for breakfast. And for lunch, I got a banana and my chocolate cinnamon overnight oats chia pudding sweetened with agave with a dollop of peanut butter in the middle and hemp seeds. That's pretty much my normal. Pretty much my everyday. Every now and then I'll miss it. Almost 11. Da, 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 da. I can't pin that link. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure you're a managing mod. I think only I can pin a link, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Jake, are you ever going to try to get your streak going again so you can make your streak better? Or are you kind of like happy with where you left it? Nice. You started the one-liners after day 21. I don't know if I read all your 21-day reflections. Fly's not confident in their ability to keep a streak going. Believe in yourself. I got my Duolingo streak is somewhere in the neighborhood of 660 days. And I've had my one wheel for about 2 months, and a little bit less than 2 months, and I've kept that streak going. And that's hard. Even like if it rains, you slip in a moment to get outside and try to ride a mile while it's not raining. I even rode. I tried to ride my one wheel in the house to keep my streak going, and it didn't quite work. Like it'll track some miles, right? But you have to travel at least 0.1 miles, I think. You can't just go in circles for a mile. But I have. I think I rode 2 miles in my house one day. Just back and forth, riding in circles. Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's gonna get it going again. Oh, yours are private. All right. Are they so private? Are they so personal that you won't make them public? Nice. You wanted to go through them? Yeah. Sometimes we gotta make lame videos first to start making good videos. Anyway, I gotta get this going again. I'm like so tempted to like take a bite out of my banana. I'm not that hungry, it's just like that itch, you know. I grab my lunch when I at the same time I grab my breakfast, and then it just sits there waiting for me. Sometimes I eat it like within like 20 minutes of eating breakfast. Not much of a, meal separation there. That's a whole nother story. Oh my goodness. Main connection between different forms of animal use is that we use animals for just about any purpose we can think of without any regard for what these individuals want. I was going to like do a this, that, and another. Individuals want. I'm going to say need, even though people try to meet their needs by feeding them and laying down hay and stuff, but we need more than just like basic necessities, right? We need community, we need purpose, and other things that aren't just about the bare necessities. So individuals want, need, or without any regard for what these individuals. Words. Come on, words. The main connection between different forms of animal use is that we use animals for just about any purpose we can think of, without any regard for what these individuals want, need, or dang it, want, need, or their preferences. How's that? Or what they prefer. Prefer or prefer? 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 Yep, prefer. Dang it. We got there. Maybe different forms of... They all, or did I already say they all? All these practices show no regard. Did I already use the word regard? I did. It's right above. It always hurts to use the same word. It's like you're saying the same thing. So you're just like spitting words out. But does it actually hurt to reiterate in a different way? Just about any purpose we can think of without any regard for what these individuals want, need, or what they prefer. Man. Show no regard about are inherently exploitative. Exploitatively, no. Exploitative. They just breed more individuals. Use / take from them and kill them. Use to take from them and kill them. Never consider. That ain't it. Consider. Consider. All right, we're at the hour mark, guys. We've only made it through 2 points, so we're going to have to pick up the pace. What practical changes have you made or are considering? That's cool, Jake. I'll check it out and I'll listen in. Do you know how long it's gonna be? Because I do want to get out on the street, and I have like about a 45, 50-minute drive to get there. If it's gonna be like a 3-hour meeting or longer, I may not. But then I'd be distracting if I go live. So I don't know. I'm overthinking it again. Dang it. Dang it. I don't know. It would help me though if I knew how long it was. I do want to sit in and be a fly on the wall though. If there's any chance I could make it up to New York for one of those actions, that would be very cool. Is that something that's going to happen soon, do you know? Or is that something we're going to find out in the meeting? Is like what kind of actions and when is going to happen for that big farm up in New York? Not farm, the big testing facility. Probably an hour. That's manageable. I could stick around for that. Okay, what am I on? I'm on 4 out of 5. I'm making progress. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm on 4. I think I answered 2. Oh, there goes my stomach. It wants food. Let's get through this! What challenges are you facing? Oh, dear. That could be a whole book. Oh. No. My challenges are not that great. Not... End of September into October. You know, that's actually great timing for me because I'm going to be working hard through the summer building cabinets, making some money. And my cousin that I help, he owns a cabinet shop that I've helped him for the past 10 years. 5 years worked full-time for him. In the past 5 years, I've just been contract labor working a couple times here and there, helping him install cabinets and training a couple employees. But his last employee that I helped him train quit on him a few weeks ago, and I'm kind of working a lot more, but I'm still getting paid contract labor, which I'm making a lot more than way back when I worked full-time for him. So I'm like raking in some cash. It's good. Because I really don't have much money. Starts in DC and ends in New York City or New York. That's cool. Is it like... it's not going to be like on foot, is it? That'd be fun to bring my one wheel and like drag around my power bank and my solar panels. But I could drive there. I've never been on a train. What would it be like to get on a train with my one wheel and just be able to go anywhere between like cities? That would be cool. Take a train or a bus and one wheel around. Bring a tent. All right, focus, Tad. Focus, Tad. What challenges are you facing? What should I focus on for this? Reflection. Challenges. Protest in DC, march in New York. Cool. Yeah. Do you have any solar equipment yet? Have you played with that? If you want help figuring out a solar setup that would work for you. I might want to help you. I definitely would be willing. Yeah, I've been a little bit of a nerd when it comes to the solar stuff. The past like 8 years, I've been doing research and stuff and doing my own experiments for the past I don't know, 5 years or so. I've had solar panels on my bus, and I was like, this isn't enough. Bought more solar panels. Yada yada yada. Bought a power bank for backup slash a little bit more freedom, not tied to the bus. I took a trip out west in my car, had my portable power bank with 4 fold-out panels. That was fun. Had my own little refrigerator for my food. Went to this, I don't really go out to eat much, but when I was passing through Phoenix the first time, I stopped at a vegan restaurant. I think it was called Vegan House. It was very good. It was a couple years ago. Can't remember exactly what I had. It was like a stir fry. Like spicy, pineapple, peanut butter saucy. Oh my gosh. And a couple of spring rolls, I think. Yeah, you're talking about Fun for Lewis. Guy with dreads. He does this kind of stuff all the time. His trailer didn't actually work for him. He was trying to tow all his solar panels and his power bank with his scooter. And he kept turning it over, falling over. So he had his dad as like a pilot car. His dad drove a Tesla. They didn't charge the Tesla off solar panels. That would take forever. But a support vehicle, I should say. His dad drove a Tesla as a support vehicle, carrying all his solar panels and his power banks. But he went across, I think he was in Italy, and he went like through Bulgaria, maybe Slovenia. Is that one of those neighboring countries? I'm not the best at geography. But yeah, Fun for Lewis is a cool guy. I'm not sure if he's like ethical vegan, but he does share a lot of plant-based food stuff. I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe he is vegan. But yeah, he's had a school bus, like a 40-foot school bus for a long time, and traveled across the US, but he's from UK, and he's got stuff scattered everywhere. He's trying to like consolidate his life in Costa Rica at an eco village. It's pretty cool. I haven't watched him in a few months. I feel like after you saying that, I might have to check in on him. What challenges am I facing? Oh my goodness. I just blank. Facing challenges. Challenges am I facing? What challenges am I facing? How about this? Or is this kind of what I was talking about already? kind of touched on a mental thing in another point. There. Yeah, I already said the barriers slowing me down are mostly mental. So it's like reiterating on another point. And then in this other one, I said the next thing I was going to say. It's okay. The main challenges I face, almost definitely place on myself. One being that I think I need to have all the information before I can help the animals. But I know for now we just need more voices. On the animal side. Not just having all the information, but also thinking I don't have the right equipment and digital foundation. What y'all saying? Costa Rica does sound nice. It sounded a lot nicer to me when I was on a spiritual path, wanting to connect with nature as much as possible. Seeing him struggle with seeing Fun for Lewis, like battle against the elements of the jungle. It makes you think twice about wanting to pack up and move to Costa Rica. It's like it's a rainforest. It takes over. The rainforest just takes over everything. Like he left the bus down there for a year and like the whole thing was just rotted out with like termites and stuff. And like also somebody like broke in and like stole a bunch of stuff. But yeah, and then like he has land there in a intentional like sustainable community and um just like clear cutting all the land so he can put a shipping container down was a lot of work. And then it's just there's a lot of work involved. Can I just be a nomad? Do I really need to put roots down somewhere? I know you got a bunch of dogs to care about. In some ways, I wish I had more responsibilities like that. I feel like it would give me more reason. It'd give me more reason to push myself, and I don't know. I just have a hard time with the idea of being responsible for other individuals' well-being, like the sole guardian. You know what I mean? Like, or like having to like ask family or friends to watch my companions while I go somewhere. Like I do that for my mom and sometimes a brother of mine. Well, I've watched my other brother's cat once while they went somewhere, but anyway, I'm reading and then I'm gonna finish this stuff. You're watching a Ahimsa talk of saying you don't what? Do you own your own body? So an Ahimsa talk was saying you don't own your own body? That's interesting. I haven't seen that. I've looked into Ahimsa quite a bit in the previous years. That was a hot topic for me. I very much believe you do own yourself. Yeah, I like that, Savvy. You give yourself permission to own your body. You are yourself. You don't need yourself to be yours. You just are. You just are, dude. Dude, you just are. It's like the I am. I am me. I don't need to be. I don't need to own myself. I just am. Here I am. Do I need to add anything to this point? What challenges are you facing? I'm kind of saying mostly place on myself, not having all the information, need more voice, information, but right equipment and digital foundation to make a difference. Yeah, my location, dude. My location stresses me out the most. Living here in this town where I grew up. You travel to the edge of town in every direction. There are cows being exploited. Right across the street from my house, there's a dog breeding operation going on. If you look up here at the top, I got tabs opened up. Not that one, it's over on the other side. So my mom's house is like right here, and this is where she grew up. Well, that's where her family moved whenever they moved into town back in, like, I don't know, I guess it would have been somewhere around 1966 maybe. But her brother bought the place, and I spent a lot of time. There's a pool back here. Spent a long time in the pool. But yeah, this is a dog breeding. I was looking into how to know if a place is like a illegal puppy mill. It seems like qualifiers are mostly like if they have at least 5 intact female dogs or multiple breeds, then they need to have the proper licensing. And I was looking into how to identify if a dog breeding facility operation I was looking into how to identify if they have the proper legal licensing. But then I came across this, and it says, I just use Google Maps, and I'd copy the name of the place here. They have 2 separate places. Apparently, there's 2 separate businesses here, right? And I typed them both in, and just typed it into Google. Does this place have proper licensing? And it seems like I guess it says it does have proper licensing. Or actually indicate that. Okay, and then right here it says indicate that they neither have federal USDA licensing nor state level breeding licensing. But then you go down here and it says stuff like there are, what's the word? Maybe it's in this other one. Yeah, because these dogs are used more for like hunting. So exemptions, right? That's the word I was looking for. There's Texas law exemptions for breeders for certain breeds of dogs for the purpose of hunting, tracking, herding, field trials. So like they have exemptions for dog breeding for exploiting dogs. Just what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm going back to this. This is what we're here for. Not to complain about because I'd really like to end that dog breeding operation. Like when I'm at my mom's house, I'm just so sad. I hear dogs barking all the time, and they're just out. I mean, their cages are pretty big, but I don't like seeing dogs in cages in general. Like we just like have them in our houses, and then like take them out on walks and stuff, and be able to run around in backyards. I don't know. Let me read something before I get going. Buy a whole bunch of food and then I'm cooking it all. Yeah. I've been dreaming of being a nomad since I was a kid. When I was like 20 years old, I started like devising a plan to make myself a velomobile. If you haven't heard of a velomobile, it's like a recumbent tricycle that has a full body fairing. So it's like super aerodynamic. And I was gonna have some solar panels, and it'd be like an electric tricycle. I still own a motor for a electric bike that I never got because I was trying to build my own from scratch. Me and one of my friends from the slaughterhouse, the meat market here in town, my friend that I made there, he was gonna help me kind of make the frame. We were gonna do carbon fiber frame. Like we started making a mold, and my dad died at that point. I was 21 years old, and I kind of like lost steam for the whole thing, and I didn't get back on the desire to be a nomad until I was about 26 years old maybe. And then like I bought my current car and started doing some car camping, and I was like, yes, car camping, yes. I paid my car off, and I like within a couple months bought the bus with a loan. This was like 8 years ago, and I've just been kind of like lollygagging around. And then I followed my spiritual intuition out west in my car. Went to a Schoolie Palooza. Yeah, that's why I don't have pets. It's because I want to be a nomad. I want to be a nomad, and I will rescue a cat if I am going to have a pet. Or some other animal. Like I've always liked cats. More recently, I'm kind of like cats are dicks. They'll catch a bird or a mouse and they'll just throw it up in the air for however long. It sucks. Sucks that your food isn't arrived for the doggos. All right. Like we're close to being done with this. Let's just we're gonna focus in on this, right? Did we finish? What challenges are you facing? I mean, we definitely have some challenges here, but is it enough? Is it enough? Not just having all the information, but also thinking I don't have the right equipment and digital foundation to make a difference. Is that enough? I mean, there's other challenges. Oh yeah, I said my location, and then I started talking about dogs. Started talking about the dogs across the street from my mom's house. Oh, okay. Don't go down that train of thought again. Put the dogs aside. Think about challenges I'm facing, where I'm at. It's hard for me to not go outside. Closest comfortable doing so is nearly There's not a good reason not to. Oh, 7 people hanging out. Thanks, guys. I think I got one more. I feel like I could add to that, but I think this might be my longest reflection yet. I'm almost at 2,200 words. I still got one left here. What support do I need? Oh my goodness. What support do I want? What support do I need? Oh, I mean, technically, I have everything I need, right? More friends like you guys. Oh, what's up, Axel? Marcos, Allison's back. Thanks for coming by. We're getting close to being done. This is the halfway point in the 21 days. We're at 14, and it's kind of a reflection of your reflections almost. But it's kind of a perfect one. It was kind of a perfect one to go live on, honestly. Like some of the points up here. Some of the points up here were like connect with supportive people. Like that's what I'm literally doing right now. Focus on positive changes. You can really. Oh, I don't know what happened. It just said I connected. I don't know if I disconnected. How long that happened? Probably only for a second because I was just looking at my phone. Anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, this is the perfect day to do this particular reflection. Reconnect while you're deciding, like celebrate your commitment. Like I'm literally celebrating my commitment by connecting with you guys. Like this is great. You know what I mean? I'm taking action. We're building community. This is vegan commitment for sure. I took a break like Friday and yesterday. Friday while y'all were out doing Project Livestream, I was supporting y'all. So that's like more community building. Where did that community building go? Is up here. Community building, right? Like this is literally the perfect one to go live on. And this is kind of my longest one yet, I think. There might be one longer. But as of right now, I'm almost at 2,200 words or characters. not words. That'd be a long. Anyway, yeah, here's where we're at. Maybe we're not the longest one we've done yet. Anyway, we're on the finish line, guys. Yes, Axel, promote Animal Justice 21 at work. We need to start promoting Animal Justice 21 in the real world as well. I've been trying to get all you guys to start doing reflections and stuff, because I think for non-vegans coming into Animal Justice 21, I think seeing a lot more activity is going to help them use the resource, because it's a great resource for discovering why they should go vegan. Because like I know I've heard Jake say it before, there's a lot of resources out there on how to go vegan, but this really helps you connect with the why, which normally people aren't intersected with. They aren't what's the word I'm looking for? People aren't like interrupted. Their daily life isn't interrupted by the vegan message. Then it never comes to them. Mostly people are figuring out the why veganism through debates and street outreach. And sometimes if they're curious people, like panels, right? Or like Gary Yurovsky's speech. Anyway, I gotta finish this because I think Jake said that there's a big meeting going on, and I think that's happening soon for the ending of dog testing, for a DC protest followed by a New York march, and I think he said end of September, November. There's a meeting, big meeting going on here very soon. It might already be started. Jake, if you're in there, he said he was going to post it in Animal Justice Discord, so I can probably look at that right here. Yeah, it's already here. You can click on that. It says 2 p.m. He posted it. He just posted it. He might have heard me and posted it. Anyway, yeah. Click on that. I'm going to finish this up. Thank you, Jake. You all guys, you're killing it. I appreciate you all to the moon and back. What support do I need? Further? Farther. we're at 3,000 characters. Chipism. Flies in the Zoom. I'm gonna see if I can hop in the Zoom. It's been a while since I've been on Zoom. Not quite yet. Chipism is a mentality defined by parasitic dependence of humans on non-human animals regardless of suffering involved. Parasitic dependence of humans on non-humans. I mean, it sounds like a false belief, right? Sounds like it's anti-veganism, right? It's like we have to kill these animals. We have to depend on them for our survival. Yeah, that's like what veganism is fighting. Thanks, Sabby. Thanks for coming in. And Allison, you were here first. You guys. Yeah, I think I'm done with my reflection. Y'all want me to read it? Or have y'all been reading it as I write it? We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. To rob and Latin capere, to seize. It's really too small to see. I can see it on my phone. Should have said that earlier. I would have zoomed in. Wah wah. That's that easy. Next time, Sabby. Tell me it's too small. I'll read it. Do you want me to read all my reflections from the past 14 days or just start here? Because I was kind of saying it out loud as I was writing the first couple too. I could just jump forward. We'll just do this reflection. Maybe when we finish the 21-day reflection, we'll read it all like a book. Okay, so the first one is, how's your perspective shifted since day one? My perspective has shifted in the way that I am more empowered to speak up for the animals. I've been feeling the call to do so since shortly after becoming vegan 6.5 years ago. The barriers slowing me down are mostly mental, as well as not wanting to be ostracized by society, but that's no reason to acquiesce. I see, Sabby. How many monitors do you have? I feel like you got like 30 of those things. All right, point 2. What connections have you made between different forms of animal use? The main connection between different forms of animal use is that we use animals for just about any purpose we can think of without any regard for what these individuals want, need, or what they prefer. All these practices are inherently exploitative. They just breed more individuals, use, take from them, and kill them, and never consider that these beings are sentient or care what happens to themselves. 4 monitors. 5 if you include the telly. Nice. Impressive. All right. The third point. What practical changes have you made or are considering? I've dedicated myself to veganism a long time ago and have been trying to be an animal rights activist, but have struggled to start some sort of structure in my life that allows me to be there for the animals on a regular basis. Doing these daily reflections has given me the space to show up consistently, even at the beginning when I was sure nobody was watching. The plan for today is to get out on the street and speak up for the animals, and having some space to come say that and having the space to come say that and affirm it to the world provides me the strength and courage and purpose. Allison, you're so shocked, really? Sabby's in everybody's life. He's gotta have 4 monitors. All right, point 4. What challenges are you facing? The main challenges I face, I most definitely place on myself. Does that need a comma? The main challenges I face, comma, I most definitely place on myself. One being that I think, it's a good thing I'm reading these. One being that I think I need to have all the information before I can help the animals. I know for now, we just need more voices on the animal side. Not just having all the information, but also thinking I don't have the right equipment and digital foundation to make a difference. It's hard for me to go out in the world and speak about animal rights without planning the entire day around it, because the closest place I feel comfortable doing so is nearly an hour drive away. Here in the town I grew up in, I often feel like everyone recognizes me, or at least knows what family I belong to, and that my actions would somehow find their way back to my family being negatively judged for my actions. But that is not a good reason not to speak up against injustices. That was the challenges I'm facing. What support do I need? I feel as if I have everything that I need to make a difference for the animals. There is always room for upgrades and improvements. Having more activists show up and encourage me to speak up for the animals in such a supportive way has been monumental in my motivation levels recently. Just having more people around to encourage me, to push me farther, speak louder, and stand prouder. What I feel like I need most is a physical location where animal rights activists congregate to go to, that I can actually get to on a regular basis without breaking the bank. Being able to hug a fellow animal rights activist would do me wonders. I do currently have a way to make my own money for the time being, but I don't want to have to rely on that for the rest of my life. I'd like to spend my time freeing all the babies in cages and stopping the breeding of more for human selfish purposes. That's it, guys. That's today's reflection. That took me over 2 hours. It wouldn't have taken me that long if you guys weren't here. Because I was reading your chats. I'm very appreciative of them, as you may recognize through my reflection, if you were paying attention. But we're going to click this button. This is what you got to do if you want people to read it. You got to click that button to share with the community. All right. And then you come over here and you click this thing right here. All right. And sometimes it doesn't work first time. You just keep pressing the button and it'll eventually work. So day 14 complete. Ethical action grows every day. Achievement unlocked. 2-week champion. 2 weeks of learning and growing. Let's look at some of these stats here. Look at this. Progress completed. Look at all that progress. Look at all that progress. Day 14. I mean, I said halfway point. 14 days. There's only 1 week left. My goodness, I'm so close. And then I'm going to start putting shorter, more frequent reflections that aren't prompted by Animal Justice 21. Ben from Berlin shows up. He's here. Stop lying. What am I lying about? What am I faking? You being a jokester? This is not a joking matter. Yeah, I figured you were. You didn't have me wondering for a second, though. Here's a leaderboard, all right? Y'all didn't know. All right? I think I'm zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, here we are. We're at number 4 on the streaks. So we're getting there, all right? We're coming for Jake's spot. He broke his streak. And if I get there, like, it's my spot, right? Unless someone else comes along. All right, reflections. All right, this one's going to be a little bit tougher to break. 62 he's got. And I've just been doing 1 a day. He said he did 1 a day until he hit 21. And that was my plan all along. But we're going to start doing 2 reflections a day after 21 days. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to 3. Ben, you're drunk. Oh, no. Thanks for the encouragement. I will do it. And achievements. Achievements. I just got an achievement today, and I passed up Alex Rivera. Do y'all know Alex Rivera? I don't think I do. But we just passed him up. All right? We got a number 2 spot. We got a number 4 spot, a number 4 spot, a number 2 spot. All right? You haven't heard of him either? All right. What's next? We don't need to know the achievements. Achievements are achievements. But, you know, maybe we could. Well, we're already number 2 spot. We don't need to focus on achievements too much. But yeah, here's the journal, man. If y'all haven't looked at Animal Justice yourself, I don't think you can look at other people's journals, can you? But you can see in the community tab, people's reflections are posted here. That one's mine. 3 minutes ago, I posted this one. That does look like my longest one yet. Over 3,000 characters. But I'm not seeing anybody else's reflections public, like ever since I started posting. I'll do a live stream once I get to 21 days, where I just read straight from my journal here, which is just what you looked at on the community tab. Kirk Kurz. Yeah, Ben is having a little Dwinky winky. Oh, you're looking at all my tabs. Yes. You want to see what's behind these tabs? I'll show you. All right. So here we got Angela's FIFA protest stream. I'm still trying to get through it. And here is the link that sent me to. I went ahead and signed all these petitions, but the one they were advocating for is this one: protect dogs before 2030 World Cup. They're killing dogs in Morocco. All right, the government is killing dogs in Morocco to clean up the streets to make the FIFA World event a cleaner, more touristy, attractive event, right? But I signed these other petitions too, like no more dog meat, of course, right? And then these dogs in Spain are being used for hunting, and then when they're no longer like beneficial to use, they like hang them up and let their feet drag on the like where their feet are just barely touching the ground, so they think they're gonna survive, and it's awful. And then airline safety for dogs. That sounds nice, right? If you like to travel, I just haven't closed this out yet, and we'll look at the other YouTube tabs. All right, this was Jim Lettuce's project live stream from the other day. Haven't got to. I haven't watched Tash Peterson in a while. This was hers from today, I think. Yeah, 14 hours ago. Haven't got to that. We're halfway through Jeremy and Danny's. We fell asleep and watched it all one night, and the next day I tried to start watching it again where I could remember. Right? I was rewatching my stream from last night, which was a fun ride. We went and checked out some windmills. You want to see some windmills at my town? We'll take a quick little peek. This looks pretty cool. Look at this. What? No, here. Riding my one wheel around.
That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ridden
You want me to change it to dark mode? I like dark mode on most things. It's not like right in your face to hit the switch. You have to go in here. I'm not sure where dark mode is at. Maybe it's over here.
Head's getting chopped off any second.
There you go. I clicked it. Why does it take so long to change to dark mode? There we go. Ben's happy now.
We're gonna go check out another one. I mean, I'm sure they're pretty much all the same, right? Let's see if y'all said anything. They are impressive. That is indeed my opinion on the matter as well, Fly. Ooh, there's a... After I check out another...
Alright, we're looking at more tabs. That was me last night, riding one wheel around windmills, chatting about stuff. This is across the street from my mom's house. They have their breeding dogs. So it looks like they have two businesses here. and I go up to my other tabs, and you can see I was searching, does this business have a dog breeding license? It seems like they don't have a USDA license or a state breeding license. And then this other business on the same property seems like they don't have the proper license, or maybe, okay, this one says it does, but down farther when I look, or on the other one, when I look down farther, no, it was the other one. There are exemptions. The Texas law exempts breeders from state licensing, so they don't have to have licenses for breeding them for hunting, tracking, herding, and field trials. So you can exploit animals as long as they're being exploited to exploit. That's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, I was looking into how to properly call in to report suspected puppy mill. And I don't know where I'm at with it, because like if I call in, they're just going to say, oh yeah, there's exemptions for hunting, tracking, herding, field trial. Oh, so you're allowed to exploit animals so that you can exploit animals. Real cool. Nice. What else do I have here? Yeah, this is just more research looking into how do I check the suspected puppy mill location is legit, and what are the criteria for puppy mill to be legal in Texas? Texas. Looks like a lot of what I was seeing was 5 intact females for breeding, or more than one species of dogs. But they do have, or breeds of dogs. Or they sell or exchange 20 offspring in a single calendar year. And I think they do. They got quite a bit of dogs over there. And I don't know. I don't know if I should just call in, or if I need to do research and try to get information so that whoever I'm calling has information to go off of. Ben, you said you had a question. I'm going back to look for it. There was a video from Dr. Nagra about this pseudo study that vegan kids are shorter. I don't think I've heard that study, or pseudo study. Anyway, guys, I've been live for 2.5 hours working on this reflection. I would really like to get out on the street and do some outreach on my one wheel, but the place I feel comfortable doing so is a 50-minute drive away from here. I'm going to eat my little lunch here. If you weren't here before, what we got is a chocolate and cinnamon overnight oats / chia pudding with hemp seeds sweetened with agave, a dollop of peanut butter with soy milk to moisten it up, and a banana. You're welcome for changing to dark mode. Thank you for saying it and prompting me to look for it. I knew I've seen it before. It was like it wasn't a priority, but I do hit dark mode on some stuff. Yeah. If you're gonna be around in a few hours, look out for me going live on the street on my one wheel, riding past people, inserting some vegan messaging, or trying to strike up conversations with strangers and talking about animal rights, veganism, and what exploitation is. Because it seems like people don't understand what the word means, or people misrepresenting the word respect. Y'all see Vegan Gaze's video recently? Funny. Oh yeah. If you scroll back far enough, oh no, you don't have to do that. Well, most definitely Sabby Coots posted the link to animaljustice21.org in the chat. If you're not already on Animal Justice 21 Discord, you can get there through there. And Jake posted a link to a Zoom meeting that's happening right now for a big Zoom meeting that's going on to stop to stop testing on dogs. He said there was, I guess, I don't know if they're doing logistics or whatever. I don't know what the exact topic is, but he said the tentative plan is a protest in DC and a march in New York at the end of September and November, or I'm not sure. But I'm pretty well ready to sign out for right now. Charge up my phone, do a few other things, load up the car, and drive down to Denton so that I can do some outreach on the street, riding around on my one wheel like a lunatic. But we're going to have the safety gear on because we want to be a positive influence for the kiddos. I love riding around without a helmet or any pads or anything. But I have over 2 decades of skateboarding experience, and when I jumped on a one wheel, I just knew what to do. I'd hate to be the reason that some kid or adult, any person, decides to jump on a one wheel without any skateboard experience or without any protective gear and ends up hospitalizing themselves, dying, or ends up with permanent brain injury. That would make me sad if I found out I influenced someone to jump on a one wheel without doing their due diligence or protecting themselves. I think I'm done here. Almost 2 hours and 40 minutes of streaming. I gotta charge my phone up, get in the car, get down the road. I appreciate y'all being here. Peace. Maybe I'll see you in the Zoom meeting if I can find a way to get in there. I haven't been on Zoom in a while. See y'all around. Love you. Yeah.